Recently, the Lord has put it on my heart to start sharing, some of the things that I've learned and just share the word.
Somebody has got to check on Chandler from Mr. Beast and make sure this man is doing okay. For the love of God, Chandler is the only normal person left in the Mr. Beast crew. And I will openly come out and say that I'm extremely proud of Chandler for the path he's choosing to take with his life.
The saga between Mr. Beast and Chris Tyson has spiraled into a whirlwind of controversy. It all started when Chris Tyson's sibling dropped a bombshell on Twitter. They claim that Chris got fully aroused while secretly wearing their female clothes, describing Chris as delusional and disturbed, insisting it was all a fantasy, and calling him narcissistic. They even mentioned that professionals have recommended Chris undergo a full psychological evaluation. Things got even messier when a Discord server, moderated by fans, was leaked. In this server, someone expressed an inappropriate interest in Chris's private parts, and Chris reportedly responded positively. Another participant confirmed Chris's physical attributes, which led to increasingly disturbing conversations. But wait, there's more. Rumors are swirling that Mr. Beast had a secret conversation with Chris on Discord. To top it all off, Chandler has now reacted to this drama. And if you go back and watch their older videos, you'll notice that Chandler has often been dismissive of Chris, almost as if he's not taking him seriously.
Construction noises over the speakers, so that way he doesn't hear the excavator.
So what's really going down in the once harmonious world of Mr. Beast? Stick around because what you're about to hear is seriously mind-blowing. For those who might not be in the loop, Chris Tyson is a crucial member of the Mr. Beast team, having appeared in numerous videos that have collectively garnered hundreds of millions, if not billions of views. Chris's fame skyrocketed even further when they publicly announced their transition from male to female, now going by Chris Ava Tyson. But Chris's journey hasn't been without controversy, and these issues extend far beyond their transition. Chris has been embroiled in a series of scandals over the years. One of the most significant accusations is that Chris supports controversial content and allegedly purchased such material from an artist known as Shadman. This claim alone is serious enough to warrant individual scrutiny, but it doesn't end there. Adding to the list of concerns, there are posts circulating that show Chris depicting cartoon children in ways considered inappropriate. These posts have only amplified the unease surrounding Chris's online behavior and what it might signify. The controversy deepens with allegations of racist behavior. In one particularly troubling post, Chris appears to make light of severe issues like police brutality, a topic that many people find deeply disturbing. This insensitivity has raised serious questions about Chris's views and their impact. Additionally, there's another post where Chris made derogatory comments about Islam, describing the religion in a way that many people found offensive and disrespectful. This post has sparked outrage and further damaged Chris's reputation. And the troubling behavior doesn't end there. Earlier, in a 2016 Twitter exchange, Chris Tyson was involved in a heated discussion with a black user about cooking steak. During the argument, Tyson made a contentious remark, "Look at all the black people who have never had a steak that's more than $10. This comment drew significant backlash for its racial insensitivity and condescending tone, reflecting poorly on Tyson's character. Additionally, Tyson faced severe criticism for a controversial meme posted from the Instagram account @defectsofcharacter. The meme featured a white police officer holding a basketball with the caption, "When you gotta shoot hoops at 3 and black kids at 4:30. This post was condemned widely for its disturbing implications regarding racist police brutality, further adding to the negative perception of Tyson. But the controversy surrounding Tyson have only escalated in recent times. Several YouTube videos released since June 25th have raised serious allegations against Tyson, suggesting he might have engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a minor. Adding to these claims, Tyson, who was around 20 years old at the time, allegedly began messaging a 13-year-old boy. These interactions are said to have continued until they eventually met in person when the boy was 16. The accuser has provided what they claim to be evidence of this concerning relationship, including screenshots of direct Discord calls between Tyson and the alleged victim. These calls are purported to be part of a broader pattern of interaction that spans several years. Further complicating the situation, it is alleged that the victim rented a camper van and arranged to meet Tyson in a secluded rural location. This detail, highlighted by @DramaAlert on X, underscores the severity of the accusations. Moreover, screenshots of messages exchanged between Tyson and the alleged victim have surfaced. These messages reportedly include emojis that some observers interpret as suggestive. Additionally, there are messages where Tyson is said to have joked about selling naked photos or nudes to the alleged victim. In light of these revelations, the alleged victim, who goes by @LavaGS on X, has publicly addressed the situation. They denied any wrongdoing on Tyson's part, clarifying that their interactions were limited to sharing a few edgy jokes. He wrote, "Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of." He later posted again saying he didn't send me inappropriate messages. In response to the allegations, Chris released an official statement announcing his decision to step away from MrBeast and social media. He expressed his intent to focus on his family and mental health, and he apologized for any past behavior that might have hurt or offended others. "I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health," he said. Now, all these allegations have prompted the public and many influencers to demand a clear response from MrBeast. MrBeast has now issued a detailed statement addressing the situation. In his announcement, he expressed his deep concern and disapproval regarding the allegations against Chris. "Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations about Chris's behavior online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts," MrBeast stated. His strong language underscores his stance against any form of inappropriate behavior. MrBeast revealed that he has taken significant steps to address the situation. "During that time, I have been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts," he explained. This move highlights MrBeast's commitment to understanding the full scope of the allegations and ensuring a fair and comprehensive review of the situation. He continued, "That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Chris from the company, my channel, and any association with me." This statement makes it clear that MrBeast's response was decisive. He explicitly confirmed that Chris was removed from all affiliations with him, emphasizing that he does not condone or support any of the actions Chris is accused of. The contrast between MrBeast's statement and Chris's portrayal of his departure is notable. Chris had framed his exit as a mutual decision, focusing on personal and mental health reasons. In contrast, MrBeast's statement directly addresses the situation by indicating that Chris's removal was a result of his actions and not merely a voluntary step away. Now, some people remain skeptical about MrBeast's statement, questioning how he could have been unaware of Chris's behavior despite working closely together for years. Critics argue that such behavior shouldn't have gone unnoticed, especially given the length of their professional relationship. This skepticism has intensified with the emergence of new evidence, fueling further debate. One of the key pieces of evidence in the controversy is a recorded Discord conversation between Chris Tyson and several fans, including some who were underage. The content of this conversation is deeply disturbing, featuring explicit and inappropriate comments. Defenders of Chris argue that these interactions were merely jokes, but critics contend that such behavior is unacceptable, regardless of the content. The circulating videos and screenshots have ignited a heated discussion, dividing public opinion into three main groups: those who are alarmed by the content, those who want to hear Chris's side of the story before forming a judgment, and those who defend Chris by dismissing the behavior as inappropriate but not indicative of deeper issues. It is crucial to highlight that Chris was an adult during these interactions. This wasn't a case of teenage misbehavior, but rather the conduct of someone in their 20s, which complicates the situation further. The fact that no one from the MrBeast team raised concerns at the time is particularly troubling. The lack of oversight raises questions about the internal checks and balances within the team and whether such behavior was overlooked or ignored. As a fan, you're likely familiar with the often discussed issue of power dynamics in interactions between YouTubers and their fans. When a prominent creator engages with a fan, the fan might feel overwhelmed by the attention, potentially leading to behavior that wouldn't normally occur. This imbalance of power can be especially problematic when there are age differences, as the creator holds significant influence over the interaction. However, in Chris Tyson's case, this argument seems to be overlooked. Chris is widely liked and respected, leading some to dismiss the situation as merely edgy jokes or off-color humor. This creates a troubling double standard. If another YouTuber were involved in similar behavior, the reaction might be far more severe. For example, Dr. Disrespect did not receive such leniency for his actions, demonstrating how the response can vary dramatically depending on the individual involved. Now, if you're new here and aren't familiar with the Dr. Disrespect issue, let's draw a parallel. His controversy bears striking similarities to the situation surrounding Chris Tyson. Dr. Disrespect, whose real name is Herschel Guy Beam IV, is a well-known figure in the gaming community, renowned for his charismatic on-stream persona. However, his reputation faced a major blow in June 2020 when he was abruptly banned from Twitch. The exact reason behind his ban remained officially undisclosed, which led to widespread speculation and confusion among fans and fellow streamers. The narrative took a dramatic turn when Cody Connors, a former Twitch employee, revealed that Dr. Disrespect's ban was linked to allegations of inappropriate contact with a minor through Twitch's whisper function. According to Connors, Dr. Disrespect had sent inappropriate messages to a minor, igniting a storm of controversy. In response, Dr. Disrespect took to Twitter to address the allegations, confirming that he had indeed sent private messages to a minor back in 2017. While he acknowledged that the messages were occasionally inappropriate, he denied having any predatory intentions. Dr. Disrespect emphasized that there were no illegal activities involved, no photos exchanged, and no direct meetings with the minor. He expressed regret for engaging in those conversations, stating, "I'm no predator or PD. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. That's a different level of disgust that I hate even hearing about." Despite his apology and explanations, the controversy deepened when another former Twitch employee, a trust and safety staffer, claimed that Dr. Disrespect had continued sending inappropriate messages even after being informed of the minor's age. This staffer suggested that some aspects of Beam's defense were inaccurate, stating, "I recall that Dr. Disrespect was made aware by the individual that they were underage during the conversation, after which he indicated that this was no problem and continued on." This situation mirrors the current controversy involving Chris Tyson. Both cases revolve around serious allegations of inappropriate interactions with minors, initially shrouded in secrecy and sparking intense public and influencer reactions. Just as Dr. Disrespect faced years of speculation and calls for transparency, Chris Tyson's case has triggered similar debates and demands for clarity. This time, however, there appears to be a reluctance among some people to speak out against Chris Tyson due to the potential repercussions. Concerns include losing opportunities to collaborate with Mr. Beast or facing backlash from the transgender community. As a result, many major streamers and creators have chosen to remain silent, likely to protect their relationships and careers. Nevertheless, a few brave individuals have stepped forward to challenge the prevailing silence and call out Chris Tyson's behavior. One of the most vocal critics of the current situation has been prominent streamer XQC. He was quick to address the controversy surrounding Chris Tyson, expressing his frustration with the broader influencer community's silence on the matter. XQC's public comments have stirred considerable attention and sparked a debate about the ethics of influencer responses to serious allegations. In a series of posts on Twitter, XQC didn't hold back his discontent. He criticized the lack of response from fellow influential creators, which he sees as reflective of a deeper issue within the community. "I follow mostly only influential creators here, yet most have been silent about the Chris Tyson situation," XQC wrote. His words pointedly describe the lack of commentary as pretty deviant behavior across the board, signaling his frustration with the perceived inaction. XQC's critique didn't stop there. In a follow-up message, he further called out those he feels are sidestepping the issue. "By the way, next time I'm adding the whole squad, stop hiding behind the noise," XQC said, highlighting his dissatisfaction with what he perceives as evasive behavior from some influencers. Another notable figure who has weighed in on the Chris Tyson situation is Kai Cenat. Cenat, a well-known streamer recognized for his outspoken and candid opinions, has made his thoughts on the allegations clear. During a recent live stream, Kai Cenat did not hold back in expressing his views. Referring to Chris Tyson as a weirdo, Cenat voiced his confusion and disapproval regarding the situation. He remarked,
"Bro, he's weird, bro. That's weirdo. Weirdo. Yes, weirdo. Yes, Chris from Mr. Beast, bro. It's fucked up. It's weird. It's weird, bro. It's weird. I don't care. That shit is weird."
Now, while some people strongly support Kai Cenat's stance, labeling Chris Tyson as a weirdo and a predator, others argue that the situation may not involve grooming. They point to the statement made by the alleged victim, Lava, who has consistently denied being groomed or exploited. Lava has publicly declared that they were not a victim of grooming, insisting that their interactions with Tyson were not predatory. Lava's statement reads, "These videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong. They just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? This situation takes away from people who are actively being exploited every day online. I'm not a victim of anything being claimed in the videos at all." Lava also claimed that their family and Mr. Beast's staff were present, so they weren't alone. Yet this level of defense wouldn't apply to anyone else. If Dr. Disrespect admitted to inappropriate conversations with a younger person, it would be a major issue, regardless of context. From an objective standpoint, the situation with Chris Tyson raises important questions about how boundaries are managed in interactions between creators and their audiences. As an adult with a significant following, understanding and respecting boundaries is essential. Giving out personal contact details like phone numbers or social media handles to fans can blur these boundaries, and such actions should not be excused or overlooked. What's notable is the disparity in reactions based on popularity and personal respect. Because Chris Tyson is a well-liked figure, there seems to be a strong inclination to defend him. This stands in contrast to how similar situations involving less popular or more controversial figures have been handled. For instance, the reaction to someone like Chris might be much more lenient compared to a less favored individual facing similar allegations. While Lava's denial is significant, it is inconsistent with how other similar situations have been approached. In past cases, the focus was often on the nature of the behavior rather than the victim's current statements. The reluctance to address Chris Tyson's behavior harshly may reflect a broader issue of treating controversial situations with excessive caution, possibly to avoid offending fans or damaging relationships. Looking at historical cases, there's a noticeable double standard. The same voices now defending Chris Tyson have previously been vocal about the inappropriate behaviors of others like Call Me Carson, Pyrocynical, Dr. Disrespect, and EDP 445. These past criticisms centered around power dynamics and inappropriate conduct, yet there seems to be a significant shift in argument when it comes to Chris Tyson. Now, some people are speculating that Mr. Beast may have had private conversations with Chris Tyson on Discord, suggesting that there might be more behind-the-scenes interactions that have not been disclosed. However, there is no definitive evidence to support these claims. Mr. Beast has remained firm in his stance against Chris, clearly distancing himself from the situation and emphasizing his disapproval of the alleged behavior. In addition, Chandler, another prominent member of the Mr. Beast team, has voiced his opinions on the matter. Chandler has publicly stated that he does not support Chris Tyson's behavior, reinforcing the team's collective stance. Despite their collaborative work, Chandler has been vocal about his disapproval, further distancing himself from the controversy. In many of their videos, Chandler's interactions with Chris Tyson have been notably dismissive, reflecting a shift in their dynamic.
What's in the box, Carl?
The really cool design box.
Here's a really good artwork.
Among Us.
What's funny?
Chandler's focus has now shifted to promoting positive content on TikTok, aiming to rebuild his public image and goodwill. This move seems to be a deliberate effort to distance himself from the negativity surrounding Chris. One fan even said,
"And I will openly come out and say that I'm extremely proud of Chandler for the path he's choosing to take with his life." If you guys haven't seen Chandler's TikTok, he's been doing daily devotionals and Bible readings every single day, and he's making the world a better place and his followers more educated on the Lord. From day one, Chandler has been an absolute walking W.
What do you think about this? Do you believe Chris Tyson is truly innocent? Or do you think Mr. Beast's crew might have known about the situation but chose to remain silent? While we don't have all the answers yet, one thing is clear: this saga is far from over. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and like for more updates. Stay tuned for more content and coverage on this ongoing story.